What is good, folks? We're back with another session. Starting off with leg extensions. We've got less weight, obviously. Deload week continuing. So I'm taking you through my deload week. Plus, I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do if you don't have the equipment. So the same theme as the other videos. Basically, this is going to be like a beginner workout / my deload week. So, you know, that's how it's gonna roll. So we're gonna start off with these leg extensions. We've got about 30 kilos on here. We was roughly working at about 40 something. So, let's just see how we get on with these, man. See how it goes. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Nice. So, in regards to this movement, there is many options that you can do, and it all depends on the equipment that you have. So, we're going to do one more set of this, and then I'm going to show you guys alternative to this movement that's going to target the quads. So do it, man. Now, obviously you can do single leg if you want trying to work on that unilateral strength or trying to cure a muscular imbalance in your legs. But for time wise, I'm doing double legs, and obviously for the video as well. But I kind of like doing double leg. I feel like single leg, unless you got one of those machines that can really isolate one leg, it does feel a bit awkward. Or unless it's like a straight bar and you can kind of position your foot close to the center, it is a bit awkward on this one. I will do some videos on just doing single leg, but today we're doing double, man. So let's do it, man. 1. And the thing is, you really want to focus on getting those legs straight at the top and controlling it on the way down as well. Now you ain't got to go super slow, but just control the weight. Don't let the weight slam back down. So you just want to make sure you're feeling that contraction in your quads. Keep your butt secured to the bench or chair, whatever you're using, and just get that nice contraction. And you can point your toes, or you can point them like that. I think pointing them like that does play a part in activating the quads a little bit better than keeping them straight out. It's up to you, man. However you feel it, do it like that, man. There ain't no one size fits all, really and truly. But yeah, this is leg extensions done. I'm gonna show you the alternatives that you can do now. You may have seen it in some other videos, but hey, let's do it. Now, never mind this door. It got a little beat up in the hurricane. Yeah, a lot of water. So it will get repaired soon. It is a bit of an eyesore at the moment. So yeah, never mind the door. But anyway, if you want to hold on to both sides like this, so you just stand in between like a doorway or whatever, you can do both sides. And because this has a ledge here, it's going to allow us to get a little deeper into the sissy squat and then come back up. So if you can find a ledge, obviously use the ledge. I think this is what I was trying to demonstrate in another video one time. But yeah, you can get deeper into the sissy squat, really get that stretch on the quads. Obviously going to be harder, and as you get stronger, you might be able to, it's kind of narrow here, I can't really demonstrate. Let me see if I can do it from back here. You can obviously hold on to one side while still maintaining that deep stretch. But sissy squats, man, it's a movement that looks and sounds very inferior, but I'll tell you something, it ain't easy at all, and it's really going to help to build those quads up, man. So try them. So I'm just going to show you guys from one more angle so you can really see the stretch that it gets on the quads. So like that, I come back up, down, come back up, and that's that. So now we're going to get into the next exercise, which is going to be split squats. Now obviously you can do this body weight, you don't need a bench, chair, sofa, anything that you can rest your foot on and that's comfortable, use it. And split squat, you just can do a decent amount of these. Make sure that you're really getting low enough to get a nice stretch on this leg and this leg, and then you're just powering back up through your heel, just like so. Again, a great movement, unilateral, fantastic for, you know, athletes that need to explode off of one leg. And again, it's going to cure a lot of muscular imbalances while building strength and, you know, size as well. Now, obviously, if you're doing this body weight, the reps are going to be a lot higher. To increase difficulty, you can perform them slower. So you can do a slower descent, a hold at the bottom, and then explode back up to make it a bit more difficult for you. You don't have to do that. If you don't mind doing the high reps, do the high reps. That's fine. But yeah, that's the Bulgarian split squat. Very easy to perform. Requires, again, little to no equipment. All you need literally is a ledge and a bit of space, and you can go to town, man. So that was a little warm-up set for me. Gonna grab some weights, do a proper set. Again, not too heavy because it is deload, and then we'll move from there. So I don't feel like setting up all the dumbbells and whatever. So I'm just gonna do 10 kg plate. And obviously you can use dumbbells. You can put a barbell on your back, or you can just hold a plate how I'm doing it, backpack, anything. And we're just gonna do a set of these. Find your foot placement where you feel the most comfortable and where you feel the muscles working and where you can maintain balance, you know. Not everyone's gonna do these the exact same. So let's go. 1. And don't be afraid to adjust while you're going. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm definitely going to go up in weight, but I just want to show you the form, technique, with the other stuff. So probably go to a 20 kg plate instead. But again, making sure you get that nice stretch. Always do a warm up just in case. And if it's your first time doing it and you're going to use weight, start off light, build up, see how much you can take. The rep range for this really doesn't matter, to be fair. If you prefer to do it with higher reps, by all means do it. If you prefer to do lower reps like 6, 7, whatever, go for it, to be honest. But it's a fantastic movement and it's really going to challenge your legs. It's also going to improve your ankle stability as well, and all the little joints around it, and also your core as well, because you've got to maintain that fixed position. So there you go. All right, let's get into this, the last set of the split squats, 20 kg plate now. So it's going to challenge the core and upper body a little bit more, nothing crazy. Let's do it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Very nice. Felt that enough, but wasn't like killing myself. So that was very, very good. We are now going to move on to another exercise. I think we're going to do hamstrings, then we'll come back to the quads, and then we'll finish off after that. So I lied. We're going to do one more quad exercise, landmine press. For those who've been watching for a while, you know my love-hate relationship with this setup exercise. Whatever. Feels wonderful, excellent, fantastic, but getting it up is not so much fun. So we've got less weight today, so we're not going to have to go through that ordeal we went through last time. However, landmine press, again, is an exercise that you can do if you do have weights and a barbell. Then obviously it's an alternative if you don't have a squat rack, because obviously it's easier to purchase weights, a barbell, and a little landmine attachment or a towel. Those are the options. A squat rack is obviously going to be more costly and require a little bit more space. So this is an option that you can do. Now, if you don't have this, guess what else you can do? I'll show you. Normal body weight squats. Just like that. Nice and slow and easy. Build muscle. Now, again, if you've got weights, you can hold the weight in your hand and you can squat. If you've got a weighted vest, sure, do that too. If you only got a brick, guess what? Still hold it in your hands and squat, or even hold it like that, depending on how tall or short you are. Obviously, not like that, but you know, you get the point. You can put a backpack on your back and do squats. Anyway, squats is not even like, you shouldn't even be finding a reason not to do squats. Like, practically everybody, if you've got a functional working body, go outside and do them, inside, by your desk, bruh. Come on, so let's not make excuses. So squats, again, exercise that you can do. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can do jump squats. You are going to get that explosive element. Plyometric video coming very soon as well. So that is another option that you can do. So we're going to get into these landmine squats now very quickly. Quick set, and then we'll move on to the hammies. So it shouldn't be nowhere near as difficult. Oh, that feels so easy, so wonderful. Right, so let's go. I forgot to put my shoes on. I'll be putting them on for the next set because it doesn't feel as secure. But hey, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, again, what I like about the landmine is that it does allow you to get a nice bit of depth. Again, because you're kind of resting your body against the weight, it's going to allow you to get that depth, take some pressure off the lower back a little bit, really get a stretch on the quads. So it's an exercise that if you haven't done, I would suggest doing. If you're fine with barbell back squats and Bulgarian split squats, then hey, go ahead, do them. But it's a really nice exercise, to be fair, especially if you don't have access to a hack squat machine as well. But that was the first set of landmines. We're going to do 2 sets, so 1 each side, and then yeah, we'll move on to the hammies. In regards to this deload week, it was definitely needed from a mental and a physical perspective. I'm very glad that I did it. More so mentally. Mentally, I feel like I'm a bit more refreshed and I'm ready to, you know, hit the weights hard again. So, as I said in the previous videos, I'm used to just, you know, slugging it out. But this deload week has definitely allowed me to, you know, look forward to training again to some certain degree. Even though I have been training throughout the week, it hasn't been at intense level, so my nervous system doesn't feel as taxed. So yeah, interesting, very interesting. I like it, and it will be incorporated moving forward. So let's get into this final set, show you from a different angle again, the depth that it allows. Make sure you get a nice wide stance, not super wide, but you know, just a bit outside of shoulder width. And then you just down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, again, make sure you're getting good depth on your squats. Even when you're doing them body weight, you want to make sure you're still getting pretty good depth for mobility reasons, obviously. And again, your fitness level will determine how far you can squat down. You can only go here for now. Hey, work with that. And then gradually try to get lower and lower as time goes on. But for the most part, everyone's squat mechanics is going to be different in terms of foot placement. Some people might be able to squat literally shoulder width apart, come back up. That's probably the most powerful thing. Some people might have to go a little bit wider. Your feet might be turned out. You know, when you squat, your knees might go out different from someone else who can squat inside like that. Again, everybody's different, everybody's made different, your mechanics are different. Do what's comfortable for you, as long as, again, the technique is somewhat perfect, or you know, you're never gonna have perfect technique, but almost perfect, then you're good to go. Don't get caught up in, oh, my knees have to be here, my feet have to be here, like, sure, great, but if that's not comfortable, if that's causing you pain, play with the movement, see what feels best at the end of the day. But yeah, next exercise is going to hit the hamstrings now. Now we are onto the hamstrings, and obviously, as you can see, the setup, we're going to be doing some RDLs. Now, 2 ways you can do RDLs: dumbbells, barbell, your choice, depending on what equipment you have and what you feel comfortable with. 2 ways you can do it. Now, if you don't have either of these, backpack, water bottles, sandbag, anything that's going to allow you to pick it up, which is reasonably heavy, do this movement right here and then explode back up. So again, whatever you feel comfortable with, make that decision. And again, it's all about staying injury free while building muscle at the end of the day. So that is one option. You can do them with the dumbbells. Now, obviously, barbells is what most people tend to go for. It looks sexier, I suppose. I don't know. But for me, I actually kind of prefer the dumbbells. Feel like I have better control over them. But weight-wise, barbell just makes more sense in most cases. So we're going to do a set of these. If I knew my wrist straps well, I would put them on right now, but I don't really feel like I need it for this weight. So just want to make sure that we get the setup correct. Again, everyone's grip placement, foot placement, all the other stuff might be slightly different. So don't think that you have to do it how anybody else does it. Just make sure you feel good, you feel safe, and there's no pain. So then just coming up, back down slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, there is this misconception. That was kind of heavy. I don't know why I did that much weight. Heavy for me anyway. There is this misconception that, you know, you have to go all the way down. You have to do certain things in order for it to be beneficial. You've got to work with your current mechanics, your current fitness level. If you can't go all the way down, but you can feel the stretch on your hamstrings, start to come back up at the end of the day. Until you can go all the way down, you know what I'm saying? But for you, find what's comfortable, make it work, make gains, and let go. I think I'm gonna stick with this weight. Although it was a little bit heavy, I'm gonna stick with it. I felt pretty good. So this was kind of not a deload weight, but we'll take it. Got the wrist straps. Let's see how fast we can put these on. We're gonna do left hand first. Yeah, left hand first. I've been watching very closely how other people put these on, so I can learn the technique. Everybody's kind of different with it, to be fair, but again, just find the technique that works for you. Yeah, I haven't been doing this long enough to actually be like, this is how you do it in the most easy way. Right. I'm still figuring it out myself, but that feels pretty secure. All right, now for these, I kind of have to overemphasize, you know, the keeping my chest up and my back in a fixed position, because again, in the past, I've injured my back because it's been too rounded. And so I don't know if you noticed, my form has improved a lot. So I kind of have to, in my head, overemphasize the sort of arc, keeping my shoulders fixed and not letting my back round, you know, something I really have to focus in on. So that just might be a cue for you that if you are experiencing pain in this, or, you know, you've gone through an injury this, it could just be down to poor technique at the end of the day. And your lower back could be weak, which you need to work on. But anyway, let's get into this next set. I don't know how many reps that was, but that felt nice. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways, actually maybe 3 different ways that you can work the hamstrings at home if you don't have any, well, if you have alternative equipment or no equipment. So that felt good. I'm moving on from that, show you the other hamstring exercises, and then have some more fun. This is for the folks who have no equipment. What you're going to do is you're going to get 2 towels, depending on, hopefully you have some sort of tile or lino or, you know, any sort of that sort of flooring, which is going to allow you to slide these towels across them. So when I demonstrate, like so, you get 2 towels like that, legs out straight, rest your back on the ground, and you're just going to bring it. Oh, my shoes are not cooperating. All right, hold on. There we go. Like that. Now, barefoot is going to be easier, but you get the gist. Now, if, for example, you find that's too easy, you can obviously just do one leg at a time. So, again, working on that unilateral strength, and this is going to be a great prehab exercise as well, especially for those who have suffered with hamstring injuries in the past. It's going to really engage the hamstrings, help with stabilizing the muscles within there. But that's an option that you can do for. What's going on here? Can I use this, please? Please? Thank you. Come on. Thanks. An option that you can do to stabilize. Just make sure you're bringing those knees up, heels back as far as you can possibly go. And again, a little lift in the spine to help with the movement across the floor at the end of the day. So yeah, that's an exercise that you can do if you have no equipment. Again, towel, t-shirt, anything along those lines is going to work. Now, this is another prehab / strengthening exercise. So if you're someone, again, who's pulled their hamstring in the past or just want to strengthen them to prevent yourself from pulling them, especially like athletes who do a lot of running, soccer players, football players, anyone really who plays sport. Hamstrings need to be on go. What you're gonna do, first of all, if you don't have this set up, imagine this is a chair, sofa, something heavy on it, preferably the same amount that you weigh or heavier, so it holds it in a fixed position. And what you're gonna do is just engage the hamstrings, come down slow, lower yourself down slowly, and then reset. Now the idea here, and again, my hamstrings are not powerful enough or strong enough yet to do this, but we're working on it, is to be able to come all the way down unassisted, and then from here, pull yourself back up. Now, if you've got extremely strong hamstrings, you can do it. Some people do it weighted. I ain't there yet, I'll be honest. So I'm still at the stage where just working on the eccentric. This needs to be a bit thicker because it's weighing on my knees, but that is an exercise that you can do. Now, if you see some of my past videos and YouTube shorts, you see me do it on the sofa just there, legs under the sofa, put some bricks or something, or get someone to sit on it, brother, sister, whoever, while you're doing these. And again, just strengthening those hamstrings. Start again. It is quite taxing. You probably only need to do about 5, maybe 6 reps at the very most in order to feel the effect. But that is another hamstring exercise that you can do. They're called Nordics. You can look them up, see the benefit of them. But definitely something that I would have in my routine if I didn't have, well, I had it in my routine when I didn't have weights. So yeah, prehab exercise, strengthening, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to show you from a different angle. Oh, I forgot to say, make sure you have something that's going to protect your heels. So like, I don't know, a cushion, piece of padding, wear thick socks, anything that's going to protect your heels, use it, because this will be painful. And forgot, if you don't have any of this, just get someone to sit across your legs. So a peer, a sibling, a parent, whoever, just get them to sit on your feet. That's how we used to do it in football training. And same movement, just really controlling that eccentric. And I think I've seen people do it with a band as well. So if you really wanted to work on bringing yourself down and then trying to come back up, you can use a resistance band. If you have like a pole or a setup behind you, use a resistance band to do the movement. And I'll probably do that eventually once I figure out a setup that works with a resistance band, just to try to progress. But yeah, Nordics exercise that you can do. This is the final exercise we're going to be doing. So we've got a TRX trainer, whatever they're called, suspension trainer set up. If you don't have this, then you can obviously use your calisthenics rings or a piece of rope, anything that you can suspend from a bar, a tree, whatever. And you're going to place your feet inside, lay on your back, and then you're just going to bring your feet up like that, controlling it, working those hamstrings. Now again, if it's too easy, then you can do one leg at a time to get that unilateral benefit. But this is another way that you can work the hamstrings at home if you don't have all of the equipment. So you find that the more that you bring them up, the more work the hamstrings are gonna have to do. But again, that's just a third option that you can do for hamstrings. Not that intense, but still gets the job done at the end of the day. Again, TRX, it's not particularly an expensive piece of equipment, but definitely comes in handy. Just to go back for a second in regards to the RDLs, if you have a resistance band, you can still perform the RDLs as well. So you want to get a decent bit of resistance on the band. Same positioning, same motion, and that's still going to work the hamstring. So I forgot to mention that one, resistance bands for RDLs. Low-key forgot about my hamstring curls, so we're going to do them now. And I'm also going to show you a variation that you can do if you don't have, obviously, a lion hamstring curl. No crazy weight on today, same thing. We're just making sure that hitting the different movements, getting a decent bit of resistance on the muscles, but at the same time, the intensity is a lot lower at the end of the day. So we're going to do 2 sets of these. Again, this is another exercise that you can do single-legged to get that unilateral benefit, but double leg is fine as well. So that was first set. Do 1 more of those, and then I'll show you the alternative variation. Excuse my dirty feet if they are dirty. Nice. So if you don't have a lying hamstring curl, you can obviously, if you have the space and the equipment, you can do a resistance band hamstring curl instead. So what you're going to do is connect this to, it doesn't even have to be a barbell, but any sort of thing that's heavy enough, sofa, couch, chair, pole, whatever. You're going to loop this around your feet like that, and then you're just going to do a curl like that. Now, if this is too easy double, you can always do single, but this again is another option for you to work your hamstrings regardless. And again, resistance bands, not the most expensive thing in the world, but they are definitely something that is going to help your training and allow you to do different movements if you didn't have them. So that's another option for your hamstrings. Now for the final exercise of the day, it's just going to be simple calf raises. You can do this on stairs, a ledge, anything, and you're just bringing yourself up and down. If you need to hold on to the ledge, that's fine. Hold on to the wall, anything. Just make sure that your calves are doing all the work. Now, if that becomes too easy, there's always the option of doing it. Where's my shoes? Let me put my shoes on. There's always the option of doing it single. Again, that's going to work on that unilateral strength and stability. Again, fantastic for athletes. So if you've had an injury on one side and you're really trying to build back up the strength on one side, or help it to catch back up, then obviously it's going to help with the muscular imbalance. Now, if you don't think that's still hard enough, then you can grab a resistance band and you loop it over your body like so, and then stand up tall and still perform the calf raises like so. That's going to put a bit of resistance, extra resistance I should say, on your body. Now ordinarily you can always just grab a dumbbell, weight plate, backpack, anything heavy enough, and just hold it in your hand and bang out some reps on either side. Again, it's not about what you have, but it's about what you use at the end of the day. And there's always an option to use something to help you get better. So we're going to do 1 set of those. That weight was a little too heavy for one leg, so we might do that weight for both legs. But calf raises, get your calves up, man. Make them look nice and sexy, and no excuses. So we'll just use this weight for today. Both feet. Let's do it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Switch hands. Oh no, I have a thing about that. Now the thing with these as well is that you want to make sure that you're getting a good stretch down the bottom, like so. That really puts a nice stretch on the hamstrings, and you can just do this stretch if you're, you know, hamstrings, calves. If your calves are feeling tight, you can just do this stretch right here to relieve calves, Achilles, all that sort of stuff. But you also, when you're coming up, you want to make sure you really get that nice squeeze at the top. Now, if you can't come all the way up, you don't have that strength yet, coming here is still good enough. Just make sure the calves are working in order to get that hypertrophic effect at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that session. That is another one in the books. That was beginner's leg day / my deload week. This might be the last session I get to do during my deload week, so it was a good session. I enjoyed it. Felt like there was enough intensity, but at the same time not too much, so I hit that sweet spot for today. Really appreciate all the comments, likes, shares on the videos. Does really help a lot. I always try to answer the comments, interact as much as possible, and it's nice to know that what you're putting out is beneficial for people. So appreciate all the support so far. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff so you don't miss no videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.